Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dirt Path Exploration. Today, we traveled to just outside of Carver, Minnesota to take the Forest Loop Trail at the Rapid Lakes unit of the Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge. This trail is about 1.2-mile lollipop loop, if you include the additional distance to look at the remnants of the old barn and farmhouse near the trail. It took us about 30 minutes to complete and had an elevation gain of about 60 feet. There are areas open to the sun for extended periods as well as significant bug density in the Forest Loop section of the trail. This particular trail has a fantastic visitor center right next to it, which I recommend stopping in and asking about trail conditions, animal sightings, etc. There is also a bathroom and a water fountain to stop at before or after the hike, plus that nice little educational setup for those little hikers. Curving around from the parking lot to behind the visitor center, the trail changes elevation the most right away as it descends to the Forest Loop area and remnants of the old farm site. We stopped to check out the old farm site before doubling back into the Forest Loop section. The Forest Loop splits shortly after heading in, and the canopy is intermittent with sections of sun and sections of shade. This creates some sections with about waist height undergrowth, especially in the earlier section that has that quintessential farm site patch of old oak trees. It seems like most of the old farm sites turning into nature centers I come across seem to have at least one section of old oaks. Just before the turn around the back of the loop, there was a small pond of stagnant water that our walking near disturbed some birds down below, which immediately drew our attention. Then the trail curves and starts looping back towards the split. There was this one weird section after this, where an old log is laying near the side of the path, and there's a wide berth in the log where it looks as if someone piled cattle bones within. We didn't linger long here, just noted how weird that was and moved on. The last section of the Forest Loop has a lot younger trees, and so the light is able to get through a lot more. It was a timely change in the woods, though, as the bugs had started to catch up to us, so the sun made them retreat long enough for us to get clear of the woods. My favorite part of this trail wasn't on the trail itself, but that small section with the ruins of the old barn and the old farmhouse. I'm always fascinated by these ruins and the history behind them. The fact that my little hikers and hiking companion claimed to hear a ruckus by the fence when they stopped to view it added an additional interest factor to the spot. If you ask me, they've been listening to too many ghost stories, though. The old farm site was significantly newer than my brother's old colonial back on the East Coast. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe button, and leave suggestions for future trails in the comments below.